What happens?
What happened? Chaos.
Hey guys, I'm Alex.
And it is I.
Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome to another video. And for today's video, we are going to talk about signs of disrespect in a relationship. Before we continue, if you are new to our channel, we are a married couple. I am from the Philippines and my husband is from South Africa, and we upload videos about love, relationship, and our life with God. Without further ado, let's get started. So in our last video, we spoke about importance or what makes a man happy, right? And you mentioned that respect is one of the most important things that a woman or a wife does to her husband. And so for today, we want to talk about what happens if respect is not there in the relationship. What happens, my love?
What happens?
What happens? Chaos.
Chaos happens.
Chaos. Yes. I think a lot of relationships fail because when respect is not there, and there are many things that can lead into disrespecting each other. And I think one of that first is when you're not listening to each other, then respect is not there. That is just very simple, because every day you interact with your partner and you are two different people, and there are things that you don't agree, and sometimes it can lead to some problems.
I think that, well, there are lots of ways that can happen. Obviously through lying, which is something we need to avoid, and not really internalizing what the other person is saying to you when they do speak about their concerns and things like that. If you disregard it a lot, I think they see that there's not a sincere desire in your heart to actually change for the better or address their issues, and they might feel like maybe you don't care that much about how they feel. So that's a big thing as well. And then obviously, betrayal of trust is a huge thing.
Betrayal of trust.
I think but that's probably the worst thing to come back from, because if you don't have the trust of your spouse, you can't really be a team. Well, not just your spouse, but of your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. It's hard to come back to a relationship from something like that.
Even in friendships.
Yeah, friendships too.
All kinds of relationships, right?
So I think disrespecting, the biggest thing for me is probably the betrayal of trust, and then lying as well ties into that, but it might be something as simple as constantly not valuing their time, or if you are supposed to be somewhere and you're constantly late, and you don't, it kind of shows the other person that you don't value them as much, because you don't really care about being there on time or going to a certain place where they expected you to be there. So being able to count on someone is a big deal, I think, and it goes a long way.
We spoke about these things now, so I just want to ask you, was there any time in our life together that you felt disrespected? Now that is very personal, I know, but I can't seem to remember actually, but I know that I have done it in the past, and I forgot about it because the past is in the past. It's very important to leave the things in the past.
Yes, yes, it is.
Right. So
I've actually forgotten most of that as well, and I think it's a good thing
mm,
because forgetting things like that, as long as you're able to overcome them, they don't happen again.
mm,
There's no real reason to dwell on them. So I know that there were times in our in the early parts of our relationship where we struggled a lot, and you were very disrespectful to me.
mm,
But the thing was that we were able to kind of resolve that through communication, through speaking to each other, and then sticking with that. I mean, because a lot of the time you talk about things, the other person doesn't really internalize them. They don't really care. They think, okay, we just spoke about this, it's over now. But it doesn't. It's not over because you didn't actually decide in your heart to actually do this. So once that happens, once you reach a point where you both genuinely and sincerely want to actually change, then that's when things started getting better. And we saw meaningful change happen in our relationship. So for me, that was the biggest thing. Communicating with my wife honestly and openly was a big deal, because if you don't really get to the root of what it is that's causing you guys problems, it's hard to know what to do. Like you might say, oh, you never wash up or do the dishes or whatever, right? And you know, that might not be the issue. It might just be a case of you feeling that the other person doesn't value you and just expects you to do everything for them, and you pick up after them all the time. Or it may be something else. There may be a deeper underlying issue. So I think for me, it's being honest about what it is that is a problem is a big deal, and not letting it reach a point where you end up arguing about washing the dishes when it's not about washing the dishes. So I think introspection, taking some time to think about what it is that actually bothers you is important, so that when you do sit down and talk to them, you can understand your point and articulate it better.
we forgot about the things that were not very good in the past that we did, because you and I have become, you know, so forgiving. I have actually noticed that about you, of our almost 7 years of marriage, that this past years, like maybe a few years, 3 years, when we have an argument, and when you know, or maybe you realize that you were wrong, and then you would say forgive, you know, like you ask for forgiveness because you were wrong. And life is getting better, and with all those things that we mentioned, that signs of being disrespectful in the relationship, I just really hope that you guys and us too, you know, that we would do in all our powers to try to avoid those things, right?
Yeah, we hope your guys' relationships steer clear of a lot of these pitfalls. We just wanted to give you guys a little bit of advice. Hopefully that you know, can navigate away from that kind of pain and difficulties. I wish that somebody had told us about these things back then. So yeah, we just wanted to share that with you. We hope that you guys can get something from it. And yeah, we wish you guys well in your future relationships.
And yes guys, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel. And maybe if you're interested, if you want to be notified every time we upload a new video, tap the notification bell so that you will be updated. And yes guys, thank you very much for watching this video. We will see you again next time.
Bye.